back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name's Rhonda, better known as Hot Mess Mama MD, and on today's video, it's another edition of Is It a Dupe or Just a Waste of Money? What we're going to be testing out, trying out, and reviewing is the new Exotic palette by Prism Makeup. You can find it on JUNO CO or JUNO Company. I'm not 100% sure, I call it both. But anyways, this palette does retail for $10. Yep, you heard me right, $10 for all of these shades right here. Now you may be wondering, what am I duping it up against? Well, I'm duping it up against the very expensive Natasha Denona Tropic palette. It does retail for $129. However, Sephora did have it on sale for $75. This is what it looks like. We're gonna do a quick side-by-side of these palettes right here. Now this palette, as of right now, when I am filming this video, is still available on their website. Again, I will have it linked down below for you guys, $10. So, you know what time it is in the video, right? Pause it, take a wild guess. What side do you think is the Natasha Denona Tropic side? What side do you think is the Prism Makeup Exotic side? Take a wild guess, guys, take a wild guess. Can you tell? Can you tell? I don't think you can tell. Okay, so make sure you put your guess in the comments down below. Come back, let me know if you were right or not. And so without further ado, let's get into seeing if this $10 palette right here is a wonderful dupe for the very expensive Natasha Denona Tropic palette. Very expensive. Very expensive. Let's get started. So getting right into this Exotic palette. Again, this is by Prism Makeup. You can find it on JUNO CO or JUNO Company. I don't know which is the correct term to call it, but anyways, I picked it up directly off their website. They do have an app, but for me, I feel like for whatever reason, it's a little bit easier to navigate straight on the website. It is your typical type of cardboard packaging type of palette that you would find at Shop Hush and other palettes that they have, such as the Dream, what is it called? Hold on, let me find it because it is in like my everyday makeup palette section. Peach Dream. Just like the Peach Dream palette. Now, the one thing I really enjoy about this company, I will tell you all, is if you go directly to their website, you're not going to struggle to find the ingredients. By the way, this palette, y'all, is only $10, if I forgot to mention it. But right down here under the description, it tells you the ingredients, which the #1 ingredient is talc. So this is gonna be pretty similar formulation-wise to what you find at Shop Hush. Now, you guys know I did Is It a Dupe or Just a Waste of Money with the Fantasia palette, which is set up to be a dupe for the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. But I thought we would change it up a little bit because I don't always want to be doing Shop Hush palettes. I want to try other ones. I want to see what else is out there and how good the formula is. As you guys saw, or if you didn't see, I did do Dupe'n the Dupe with the Peach Dream palette, and I actually really like the formula more so than I did in the Milkshake palette. But what I wanted to show you guys is a side-by-side of the $129 Natasha Denona palette, which, by the way, I did pick it up for $129. Then it went on sale at Sephora, and I went ahead and I had returned it. Then I got it for the $75. To me, I know people are gonna disagree on this, so I say let's agree to disagree. Some of y'all are gonna say it's not even worth the $75 for the Natasha Denona Tropic palette, and that's fine. That's your opinion. We are entitled to our own opinions on that. For me personally, it was worth the $75, just not the $129. Now, what you guys are going to see is obviously it is more of a bougie type of packaging compared to this, but yo, you're only paying $10. So by the way, that means you are paying $6 less than what you would pay at Shop Hush. As always, I'm not sponsored by either one of these companies or any of the companies that I am talking about. However, I will tell you guys, JUNO Company was kind enough to give me a 10% off coupon code, which I will have linked down below for you guys. And it is, I believe it is an affiliate link. I could be wrong on that. I may get a commission, not 100%, but just going to be upfront with you guys. So this is what the palette looks like. I'm trying to bend it back. It does have a mirror in here. This is what I absolutely love about it. Some people, again, will disagree with me, but it is set up completely the same. So the colors that you guys can see, I've already swatched it. The colors I'm going to pick out, it's not going to be hard to go back and like decipher where it is in the Natasha Denona palette. So I absolutely love that it is set up completely exactly the same. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in so you guys can see the swatches. On the bottom is all of the exotic shades. There we go. The exotic shades, and on top is all of the Natasha Denona. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can see the swatches. Okay, so here are all of the swatches. Now I know that, you know, swatches don't always necessarily tell you the true like tea, I guess you would say, as far as the shadows go, but this is just to give you a good idea of what they'll look like on your skin tone if you are similar to mine. I will say some of the shades are off, but they're not off by much. So let's go ahead and get into creating a look with these palettes. Okay, so if you guys are new to Is It a Dupe or Just a Waste of Money, what I do is one side of my eyes or face will be done in the Natasha Denona palette. The other side will be done in the Inexpensive Exotic palette. I will be using the exact same brushes, however, I will be cleaning them off in between, and our goal to this video is to see if we can create almost an identical look using only a $10 palette and saving y'all, oh my gosh, a ton of money. So let's go ahead for the upteenth time and get into this. Quick shout out though to JUNO Company. They did send me 2 of these microfiber velvet sponges. I have been using this thing non-stop. I know Nikki Tutorials did a video on it and she loved it. You guys, this is an amazing $6 beauty sponge, and they were out of stock, but they came back. I don't know if they went back out of stock or not, but they're $6, so you definitely want to test it out, try it out, and pick it up. $6, and it's amazing. It is awesome. Okay, sorry. Let's go ahead and focus, Rhonda. So on this side of my face, I am going to be doing the Exotic palette. I am going to go ahead and start off with this middle shade right here. Now, there are no names or anything to any of the shadows, which to me isn't that big of a deal. I'm lying. There actually are names. There is actually names. It's cantaloupe, but they're written in white up against the silver, so unless you hold the palette a certain way, you really can't see it. But again, not a big deal. So we're going to go ahead and use our Morphe 576 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and just apply it right over here. From there, I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Nudist with the exact same brush. Now there is some kick up in this palette, y'all, but nothing horrible. I would say that these shades are not pressed as softly as like an Anastasia Beverly Hills or the Face Candy or Bad Habit. They're very easy to blend out. I've been playing with this palette. That's how I can tell you guys this kind of stuff. So we are going to go ahead, clean off our brush, move over to our Natasha Denona Tropic palette, go in with the exact same shades. So I'm going to start off here with Pastel Melon, and we're going to apply that in the crease like so. And then move into a Fake Tan. Okay, so I think I'm going to go back over to the Exotic palette, and we're gonna have fun with this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use these 2 shades. We're just gonna go in with a Morphe R39 brush and see how much we can pick up. I am not going to wet the brush or anything, so we're gonna go in with this color right here called Lotus. And I'm just going to kind of pack it. See, I love it. I love it. There's not a ton of kick up, which kick up doesn't bother me, but it's nice that it's not like crazy messy. So I'm just going to lightly pat the shadow on here. That is a really pretty color. It's kind of giving me Norvina vibes. Okay, from there I am going to jump over to this really pretty green shade called Time, and I'm just going to pack that in the outer part of the eye. This is definitely more of like a satin shimmer versus a matte, but that's okay, why not? And then buff whatever's extra underneath. Just connecting. It's different, but it's pretty. I like it. And I think what I'm going to do to just kind of finish it out, I want to use this shade right in the center of my eye. I'm going to just use my finger. I'm not going to worry about wetting it or anything. And I'm just going to lightly kind of tap it in there. Just kind of mixing those two together, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't really go, but you know, I do what I want. Okay, so moving over to the Natasha Denona palette, I am going to use the shade Xena with the exact same Morphe R39 brush. Packing that on there. I would say kick up wise, the same amount of kick up you get in the Natasha Denona you do get in the JUNO Company one. Oh, we did it the inside, not the outside on. Kind of feels like it might be a smidge more vibrant, but then again, I did add that other color on top, so that could have drowned it out. So I'll go back and add a little bit more on the other side in a minute. Moving on to the Exotic shade, I believe is what it was called. Yeah. We're going to go in, same brush. Pigmentation wise or payoff wise, I feel like you get a better payoff right away with the Exotic side. And then you kind of have to work in a little bit more on this Natasha Denona side. But overall, I still say the Natasha Denona is pretty, but I like the price tag of the Exotic one. Now we're going to use some of this Mint Frost for the center of the eye. Now I'm going to jump back over to the Exotic side and add a little bit more of that purple because I feel like I kind of lost it when I was winging it with the Mint Frost color. So I'm just going to tap it in there. I think the purples may be off just slightly, but it's very, very minute. It's not like crazy. Too crazy. I'm going to add a little bit more of the Mint Frost shade too over here. I mean, it really doesn't go, guys, but I don't care. I'm going to go back in with this shade right here and just kind of buff it right here in the middle. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side with the Natasha Denona shade. Going in right here. Just kind of blending. Okay, so I'm going to hop off. I'm going to put my liner on and my mascara, and I'll be right back. I don't know why. I'm dancing. I'm off the wall. Okay guys, so I am back with my mascara and my liner. For liner, I did use the Rodial Smoky Eye Pen in black, and for mascara, I did use my Hourglass Caution mascara. On my lips, I did add a little gloss. This is Macy and Mia lip gloss in the shade Ava. I actually received this in one of my Ipsy bags. Actually, it was the August Ipsy bag. So I'm going to go ahead, zoom you guys in so you guys can see this finished look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look, and on this side of course is the Exotic palette, and on this side is the Natasha Denona palette. And looking at my monitor, looking in the mirror straight ahead, I have to say I think I definitely created pretty much the exact same look. If the shades are off, they're really not off by much. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys back out and let's finish talking about this. Okay guys, I have to say I am so happy that I came across JUNO & Company, or JUNO & Co. I have to say that I absolutely love the formula in these palettes. You guys, like I said, I did a Dupe'n the dupe with this palette. Love the formula, and my opinion's not changed when it's come to this palette. Now, they are actually both by the exact same company, Prism Makeup, and like I said, I found this on their website. It is available. I just checked checked it. It is not sold out. It is available for $10. Typically, their shipping, if it is under $20 at JUNO & Company, is $2.95. And there are, I believe there may be coupon codes around for free shipping. But like I said, I do have a coupon code, 10% off. It's just Rhonda. But I do have a link listed down below for you guys as well that you can have 10% off your total purchase. I think, honestly, I think that this is an amazing dupe. I mean, the colors, like I said, some of them may be a smidge off, but not by much. And the longevity is definitely there with this palette. I can't stop talking about how wonderful these palettes are, especially for $10. They have me very, very excited. And you know, I know a lot of people want to know, like, are they soft? And like I said before, there is a little bit of kick up in each shade, but it is not to the point that you feel like you are going to go through the, you know, each shade or this palette really quickly. It's good quality for $10 especially. It's great quality, and I think that if you do pick this palette up, I think you're going to be very, very happy with it. I do feel that it is very similar to the Natasha Denona palette. I keep repeating myself, there are some shades that are a little off, but as you guys can see, it's not crazy noticeable. I like the shimmers in here. I feel like some of the shimmers might even be a little bit more pigmented than in the Natasha Denona palette. So I know what some of you guys are probably thinking. Is she gonna do a dupe in the dupe with this palette up against the Bad Habit? Y'all know I'm gonna. So that video will be coming. Don't worry, I will be definitely putting one together for you guys on this. I will try and remember to do a final check-in at the end of the day so you guys can see how this palette wore. Like I said, I love the longevity. I love how it's pigmented, it blends out, it builds up. It's a great palette. It really truly is, and it's $10. And even if you do pay the $2.95 shipping, it's $12.95. So it's still less expensive than over at Shop Hush and extremely less expensive than the Natasha Denona. Now, if you do not have the Natasha Denona to compare it to, do I think you're going to notice a huge difference in it? Absolutely not, because the shades are that similar, guys. Hey guys, this is a final check-in for the Exotic palette up against the Natasha Denona palette. I am exhausted. We're pushing midnight here, you guys. I had an insanely long day, an insanely long wear time. Do you guys see this? Do you guys see this? Like this, okay, let's ignore the fact that I've laid down. Okay, but you have to remember I've had this on since like 8 o'clock this morning. We're talking almost midnight. I think both palettes definitely had extremely long wear time. I mean, I am really happy with it. I mean, you guys, this Prism Makeup formula is no joke. It's good stuff, and it's $10. So like I said, Natasha Denona side, Prism Makeup side, the Exotic palette, it's amazing. It's worth the $10. No, I'm not telling you guys to rush out, stop what you're doing, and get it now. But if you are looking for a good quality, inexpensive palette, definitely check out JUNO & Company's website, and you might want to consider this palette. So anyways, I hope you guys found this helpful, and this is another KL polish. It was from the Havana Nights collection, guys. I forget the name of it. I'm tired. I am washing what's left of my face off, and I am going to bed. So anyways, that is my final thoughts on this palette. I definitely think it's worth the $10. I definitely say this is Hot Mess Mom approved, and it is a great dupe for the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. So make sure if you decide to pick it up to get 10% off, link down below for you guys, as well as don't forget to check my daughter Haley's YouTube channel out. Thank you guys for those of you who have jumped over and subscribed to her channel and are watching her videos. We truly appreciate it. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. I think that's it for today's video. Like I said, Dupe in the Dupe will be coming on this palette. So anyways, until next time, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day. Kisses from Kentucky. Bye.